Hey guys, welcome back to Final Bit Gaming. My name is Jarrett, and today I want to talk to you guys about some things I recently picked up this month. Now, it's been a bit of an exciting month for me, especially in terms of Nintendo games. I've been a huge Nintendo fan ever since the N64, and so my love for this company and the things they put out really goes back into my childhood. Perhaps the first game that really got me into Nintendo was The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I'm sure for a lot of people this is where their love for the company started, but it was when this game came out, watching my parents play this, that I just grew to love everything Zelda. There hasn't been a single game in this series so far that I have not liked or loved, and I consider all of them to be the pinnacle of gaming, and it's my favorite series. Now, there is one game, however, that a lot of people seem to really be getting behind that I haven't been able to really appreciate fully, and that game is Majora's Mask. Now, keep in mind I haven't played this game in like 8 to 9 years, so I am very, very rusty. But I ultimately didn't like the time system, and I didn't like how limited the dungeons were. Sure, I knew about the inverted Song of Time, but I just didn't like feeling rushed, or getting to the boss in a dungeon and then running out of time and having to redo the whole dungeon. It felt like an artificial way to add length to the game. But ever since then, I've learned that it's actually more useful in side quests, and it creates this really intricate world that you get to explore and get to know all these characters that actually have schedules and lives. And so I'm going to stop going on and on about my love of Zelda and actually show you what I picked up. And the very first thing is this. The Majora's Mask 3DS XL. I wasn't entirely certain if I was actually going to pick this thing up, but I happened to be sick on the day that it was announced, and I'm like, I'll pre-order it so I have the option to get it, because I know the limited edition version of the game sold out right away, and this thing sold out within like 2 hours. So I had a lot of back and forth as to whether I actually wanted to upgrade to the new 3DS XL. It wasn't cheap, and as I mentioned, Majora's Mask is basically my least favorite Zelda game, but looking at it, I'm playing on the new 3DS, I'm really happy I got it. One thing I don't think a lot of the videos show is how shiny it is, and like, it looked very greenish based on the pictures I saw, so I wasn't sure. But it looks fantastic in real life, and I think this camera's actually doing it's doing it justice. You can see that. Now, I didn't do an unboxing for this, I thought about it, but I didn't see how that was going to benefit anyone. Everyone who wants this system and doesn't have it yet is going to have trouble finding it. It felt like I'd be rubbing it in people's faces, and even doing this video, it's kind of late because I thought it felt like rubbing it in people's faces, and that's not what I wanted to do. But I love this system, and I love Zelda, and I just want to share my enthusiasm. I want to share my enthusiasm for this series and this system. And so I sincerely hope that they do make more copies of this, or that there's a way to get it without paying like $600 now on eBay. I just think the whole system was a bit flawed in how they unveiled this thing in the middle of the day when everyone's working, and how limited they actually were. Now, because I got this, of course I'm also going to have to pick up Majora's Mask 3D. It's a game I've been wanting to revisit for a long time, and I want to see if I like it more. And I still really like the game, it's just one of my least favorite Zeldas. So, I mean, I'm really excited to still play this game. Aside from that though, I have two other games that I got. Before I got my new 3DS, I picked up Fantasy Life. I wanted a game that I could sink a bunch of time into because I have recently started to really enjoy video games again, whereas there was quite a while where I liked them, but I wasn't really having a lot of fun with them. And so I picked this up because I'm a level 5 fan. I'm a fan of Animal Crossing and Harvest Moon and Zelda, as I mentioned, and this is kind of those three games mixed together. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I think it's really cool how you can switch classes and get different skills for each of these classes. And basically, you can go out, get your materials, you can make your own furniture and armor, and then you can make your own weapons, and you use all these different classes, and they all intertwine to create the life you want to live in this game. There are a few things I don't like, such as that your actions don't really feel to have an impact on the people in the game. It's just they give you fetch quests, you do them, and then they give you, like, bliss is the game's currency, or they give you something else. But I think it would be a lot cooler if you actually impacted the world a bit more based on your actions. So hopefully if we ever get a sequel, we'll get to see more of that. But yeah, I definitely I'm liking this game and I'm still playing it and it's great. The other game that I got, and the one that is probably taking up the most time, is Monster Hunter. I got about $100 for trading in my old 3DS, and they gave it to me in in-store credit, which was unfortunate because I kind of wanted cash, but, you know, in-store credit's fine because I love video games. So I decided to pick up Monster Hunter, and I'm not disappointed. I've heard the series can be pretty hard to get into, and I definitely see where there's a bit of a learning curve, but overall, I haven't had a lot of trouble getting into it. I basically instantly fell in love with this as soon as I fought my first big monster. It was just thrilling and really challenging, and to take it down was amazing, and there's like 100 of these in the game, and that was the first one. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what else is in the game, what other kind of unique monsters. The first thing I have to say is that the animation is absolutely amazing, how it transitions between different stages of these monsters so seamlessly, and the graphics look amazing. I so far don't have a lot of complaints about this game at all, but keep in mind I'm only about 13 hours in, so we'll see how it goes from there. So that's pretty much all I've picked up this month, and it's probably all I'm going to be picking up for a little while because, you know, getting a new system is not cheap, and video games aren't exactly cheap in Canada at the moment because our dollar is so weak, and we're not really compensated in wages for that, so video games are a very expensive investment for me, but I think they're worth it. Anyway, thank you for watching Final Bit Gaming. Let me know if you're liking any of these games, or if you have any suggestions for these games, or really just anything at all, because I really want to be able to engage with you guys. It's been great, and I'll have a new video for you guys up soon. Feel free to subscribe also if you are a fan of my videos, or just like gaming, or just, you know, have an obsessive clicking disorder where you just have to click buttons, because the subscribe button is really good for clicking. Alright, I'll see you guys around. Take care.